Welcome to Kings Court Estate Winery. This weekend, we are spending one night sleeping here in the vineyard at Kings Court Estate and exploring some nearby wineries, breweries, and distilleries. So come along with us as we check out what Niagara has to offer. This time, we were actually headed to the St. Catharines area, which was about a 2-hour drive for us and only 15 minutes from downtown Niagara Falls. We used our Harvest Host membership to stay at the winery for free, but you are encouraged to spend at least $20 to support your host, which is usually pretty easy for us to do. When we arrived, our friends had already gone in to talk to the owner to check in and were directed to park in the vineyard, so we followed them back. And luckily for us, it was pretty level, so we didn't even need to unhook the truck. Once we were all situated, I took some time to enjoy the sights of the vineyard from the camper, and it was definitely a very picturesque setting. The Kings Court Estate Winery. It's a beautiful winery. They have a secret garden area and an outdoor space where you can do your wine tastings. They also have wine tastings inside as well, and their vineyard is just beautiful. In addition to doing a wine tasting here, we are also venturing out to explore some of the nearby wineries, breweries, and a distillery. There is so much to see and do in this area. I've actually done a few videos before exploring some vineyards, checking out the attractions, and I will link those in the description below if you're interested what's available in this area. We made our way over to the tasting room and were seated outside under one of their gazebos, which was a lovely setting. The owner shared more about the wines we were drinking and even the story of how his parents started the winery when they came over from Germany. We really enjoyed the wines here and the overall experience. We just finished our tasting here. I had a flight of white wines and Alan did red. They were all pretty delicious, so now we're gonna go inside and see what we want to purchase to take back to our RV, and then we're gonna go hit up some other wineries. We are at Dillon's now and we are about to go do a tasting. The tastings here are 4 samples for $10, which I think is actually a pretty reasonable deal. We'll see what we get up to inside. Next up was a tasting at the Dillon's Distillery, which was a pretty busy place because they were having a special event that day. We were given a spot along the bar and each selected our 4 options, which was actually kind of hard because they had so many options on their menu. After tasting, you could also purchase anything you liked from their shop. Got some pre-made cocktails that I'm going to try later. I'm really looking forward to the extra dry martini, and now we are on to our next stop. I actually don't even know where it is, so I'll see you when we get there. We decided we needed lunch at this point, so we went to Bench Brewery, which is fairly close by. It was so busy they let you purchase a can from their shop to drink while you waited outside, but it didn't actually take that long before we were seated. Alan and I shared a flight of beer and a Bench Royale with cheese. Then we were off to Cave Springs Vineyard. We are at our 4th stop of the day. We are at Cave Springs, here to do a wine tasting. We're just sitting right over here on the patio. It is a beautiful day, and I'll let you know how the wines are after I taste them.
Last you have our Riesling Adam Steps, which is really the only wine of ours that I would consider to be off-dry. Most of our wines tend to run on the drier side, but that is undoubtedly sweet, so it stands out.
We definitely enjoyed the wine here, the atmosphere for the tasting, and learning about the wines. We are at our 5th stop today at 13th Street Winery, and this winery is also an outdoor art gallery. This winery was just around the corner from where we were staying. In addition to the great outdoor space, here they have a bakery, food menu, and you can do tastings. We toured around the property and then enjoyed the outdoor art installations a bit before getting something to eat. They had great live music playing, and the place was quite busy. We managed to get seats on the patio to enjoy some delicious tacos and truffle fries, which are seriously worth making the trip here on their own. I've been dreaming of these fries ever since. Inside, you can purchase wine and do tastings as well, so we got some of our favorites to go, and then we made our way back to our campers. And don't worry, nobody drove. We Ubered all day long. We are back at King's Court, and that means it's almost time for dinner. I'm just inside the trailer preparing our bread and our meat. We're having charcuterie tonight with our friends and sitting in the vineyard and probably playing some board games. Fingers crossed it doesn't rain. It does look like it might rain soon, but we do have our awnings on our trailers, so hopefully it's going to be a really nice evening. We actually haven't boondocked at all this season so far, so I'm trying to keep everything pretty dim in here. Like, I don't have any lights on, so I'm trying to reserve our trailer battery. I probably could turn the lights on, but I'm just not, because I do have some daylight right now. We do have a little battery here that we're using to power our fridge, which is really convenient, but we're reserving the trailer battery for the lights, the pump for the water, and the jack. So those are the three things that we're reserving our battery for. We're only here for one night boondocking, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if you do have a lot more things that you might want to power off of your RV, you may need another battery setup. But one battery works just fine for us. Plus, we have this ginormous external battery that we use to power our fridge, and we can use that also to charge our phones. So that is a-okay with us. I don't know if you can see right back here, we have our table set up for this evening, but it has started spitting, so the rain might be coming in. It wasn't supposed to rain until later, so we may have to relocate our table and chairs so that we can get under cover for the rain, but it is a beautiful location. We are surrounded by vineyards, so the scenery here is pretty even with the rain.
There's a couple of things I really love about this harvest host. The fact that we're sitting right in a vineyard is crazy. It's super beautiful. On top of that, we're close to a lot of stuff. We're close to breweries, we're close to wineries, we're close to distilleries. It's a very convenient location.
We did have to relocate under one of our awnings and enjoyed our massive charcuterie spread and desserts from 13th Street Winery. Then we played some Chaos Catan and some other board games before we called it a night. It was really cool waking up this morning, and our first view of the day was of a beautiful vineyard. The vines here are just so pretty. It's a nice blue sky, but we did have a lot of rain overnight, which kind of put a damper on our activities, but we were able to just go inside our friend's trailer where we played some games, stuck out the rain inside, and then got soaked on the way back to our trailer to go to bed, but that was fine. And now it's a little bit muddy here, so we're just trying to avoid all the puddles, but otherwise this is such a picturesque place to camp for a night. And if you have a trailer, I would recommend checking out Harvest Host. I'm not being paid by them to say this, I just really enjoy it and think it's a cool program, so check it out because you can get some really unique stay opportunities. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us this weekend and seeing what we got up to. This is not a normal camping weekend for us, but we still had so much fun in the area. And as always, if you like this video and want to follow along on my future travel videos, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because I will be sharing even more camping content in the weeks ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Coming up, I'll be sharing more about our stay at Osler Lake Provincial Park and what we got up to in Parry Sound, so stay tuned for that.